Alrighty guys, back here at the off-grid tiny house. I'm working on finishing up the gas for the propane plumbing for the gas for the tiny house. So, got my manifold. I'm going to be putting this all together. I forgot I made this shut-off 3/4. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. That might be better. So I gotta add nipples to each of these. So I'm gonna do that right now. Get a little organized here. Just put the pipe dope on. 66% humidity in here right now. I have the door closed and the windows are open, just ajar. And we had quite a cool night last night. I did not sleep with the windows open at home, but the windows were open at here. So, what can you do? None of the plants look harmed by it, so that's okay. Okay. I'm just going to kind of do one thing at a time here. I'm going to start on the fireplace end of the manifold. Get this everything prepared and in. And go from there. And I'm going to need one of these guys off the flex pipe. I've been running around getting all these fittings. I didn't pay for these fittings other than the flex lines. These are all scrap from previous jobs, which is bonus for me. And I picked up the propane tank and filled it, and that costs about $17 after tax, which I didn't think was too bad. And it is in here. And I have my leak detector solution with me. And we'll be doing that once I have everything assembled. And checking for leaks once I hook the propane up. So I should have this done before Mike's visit, so that'd be nice to have him come over. If it's chilly that day, we can come into the tiny house, warm up, bring the inverter over, run the fireplace, have a little chat, do some videoing. Shouldn't be too bad, I wouldn't think. You guys see okay? Tilt the camera up a bit. Hopefully I don't whack the camera with this thing. And what I did, because the flex line that I picked up the other day was a little short for the fireplace connection, instead of messing around with a bunch of fittings, I just grabbed a longer flex line, which can be interchanged with that one, so I really don't have to change much at all, which is bonus. And I'm going to use the shorter one to connect the propane line that I did above that goes to the aqua cube, which will be just fine. So the off-grid tiny house is coming together. Whoops, good thing I got cardboard down, protect the floor. But other than that, it's been starting to chill down pretty good. And what can you say? Winter is coming for sure. So that's nice and tight. So I reduced down from 3/4 to half. And now I got to do the same for these two. This one will be capped. This one will be capped, and this one will be going to be, let's see how that will look. Okay, never mind. This one will be capped, and this one will be going to where I want it to go. So we'll work on that next. So need a 3/4 piece here. Hopefully you guys can see everything on camera okay. 3/4 with a reducer to half. And just for safety reasons, I will not keep the propane tank on when I'm not here. A smart thing to do, I would say, just in case there is a leak and I lose money. And if there is a leak, I don't want to come in here, light a match, and then have a nightmare. So we don't need all that. Grab another flex connector. Yeah, these flex connectors are work really well. Normally you use them for fireplaces, gas stoves, barbecues, stuff like that, but you can use them in other applications like mine. That cost me $19 for the 3/4, 1/2 inch, which wasn't too bad. About $55 total for everything, for all three. So with taxes and all that fun stuff, so not too bad. I'm wondering if I should shut the windows tonight just because of the temperatures we've been getting. I know the plants are pretty hardy, but still, I don't know how low my humidity will go. So, hard to say. Hard to say what I'm going to do. I might just leave them open for one more day or so, just to see if the humidity goes down any further. But then again, we're getting pretty close here to firing up the fireplace, and that'll be nice. And the nice thing about the setup I'm doing now, this will be the this will be the permanent setup for the tiny house. And all I have to do is move the propane line once I'm done testing with this propane tank, and then I can just hook that up to the two 100-pound cylinders on the back. I probably won't get that done this year, but next year in the spring I'll be able to platform out the back. Figure out a way to secure the two tanks, and then have a way to secure them with maybe chains or something, so we don't have people walking off with them. But all the little details, you know. I don't have a vise, but so far so good. Oh, that's getting tight now. Kind of putting pressure down with my foot and my other hand, so I can get this done nice and tight, no leakage. Oh, that's tight. Okay, that guy's done. And now for the final one. This is my spare, and I'm going to be capping this one. Oh, you guys can see that. This guy will be the spare, and hopefully you'll be able to see everything like that. Move the camera back a bit maybe. So that's the supply for the aqua cube, supply for the fireplace, spare for the future, and just about done. Then we can move on to the mounting this manifold to the floor, well, to the wall. It's going to rest near the floor, and then I can plumb in all the flex lines, and then hook up to propane, do a nice pressure test of the whole system, and we'll see how we go, see how we manage. Yeah, I can't see the viewfinder, guys, so sorry if it's a nightmare here. Yeah, so Mike will be the, I'm gonna say, the first YouTube follower, the earliest YouTube follower who jumped on the bandwagon with the off-grid tiny house and donated, and also will be the first to visit the off-grid tiny house. I've had my brother and my other friend over that I've known for years, but they're not strangers or whatever, but I've known them for a long time. So Mike will be the first to check out the tiny house. I'm interested to see what he thinks. Give me the gruesome details of what he thinks. Don't hold back. And then I can work from there on the progress. I think it's not too bad in here though. For everything I've done to it so far, not too bad at all. Especially once I get the climate in here under control, humidity wise and everything. It should be right as rain. Okay, I'm gonna have to use a pipe wrench on this one. This will be interesting. I think I wore these wrenches out pretty good. But what is a tool if you don't use it, right? Let me put my foot on this thing again. manifold is just about complete here, guys. So that's it for now, guys. The manifold's done. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yep. And I will set up the camera in a new position and get to work and show you what I'm doing.